This is wrong. Do you guys have any music requests? Hi, Alex. Hi, Juan. Hi, Andres. Hi, Jason. I'm just feeling very specific about music. Hi, Josh. I mean, Chopin? Do we want Chopin? Is this too, like... I mean, but I kind of love it. Right? No, it's too dark. Okay, fine. 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 Hi. Hi, Enrico. The sound of silence. Oh gosh, I feel scruffy today. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. Everything is fine. How are you guys? Oh yeah. This is my natural hair. I usually straighten it. I like the t-shirt, thanks. Yo, Singularity, how's it going? In a non-creepy way, thanks, Juan. I'm very hot right now, but I can't turn on the AC because it'll be too loud. Don't straighten my hair. I mean, sometimes this is good, and sometimes you need the straight hair. It's just a different feel. Naturally, like guys with curly hair, it's just like, it's guys with curly hair, you're fine, you're set, you're good, you're golden. I think I've said that before. In Florida, it's hotter. Yeah. It's just like, it's been hot. Hi, Hunter. What's up? Hi, Zeus. I just want to like see how you guys are. Hi, Mundo. It's the girl under the hair that matters. Okay. It's not just about, really, say more. Thank you, though. I was thinking about hair. In the shower, I was thinking about that scene from Fleabag. You guys have seen Fleabag, right? And like she goes into the salon and the stylist is like, it's just hair. And Fleabag's like, hair is everything. Hair is everything. Fleabag? Ah, Fleabag is by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It was originally a Fringe show, but she turned it into a television series, like a limited television series. It's on Amazon Prime. The first season is based on the play, and then the second season is like completely original. I mean, like, it's all original, but and the second season is what you want to watch. You don't have to watch the first. I mean, the first is good too, and different things will make sense and maybe be more satisfying, but the second season. It's honestly one of my favorite pieces of television ever. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, you guys like the curly hair. Got it, noted. No, it's so good. It's so insanely good. And Andrew Scott, I'm not gonna spoil it, but his performance is like, oh my God, it's just so, there's something about him as an actor that's like, so spontaneous, so like active, so like, oh my God, so like dynamic. You know, like certain singers, like they can do a lot with their voice. Like there's so many different colors and textures and like it moves, it surprises, it like, he's like that as an actor, if that makes sense. Fleabag was the lady that beat up Indiana Jones. What? I don't know. If I could open up my own restaurant, what theme would I make it? What theme? I would... Like, to be honest, it would probably be like a little wine bar with like shareable plates. Just lots of like different little like, it'd almost be like tapas, but like without the Spanish because I don't like Spanish food. But it would be like tapas, but like better food. But like everyone has to share. That's the rule. You share. You get like lots of little things and you guys get to try. Because I just think that makes it more fun. I don't like, okay, but to be fair, like about the Spanish food, I'm a vegetarian and I feel like it's all like fish. So what am I supposed to eat? I feel like it's like tomatoes and fish. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? I probably am. What about Italian food? I love Italian food. Do I love Italian food? I love Italian flavors. Okay, I'll be honest, I find pizza kind of boring. At this point, I'm kind of bored by it. It's not like, it's not saucy enough, okay? And I just like, I try to eat pasta and I don't like pasta. I would rather eat an Asian noodle than an Italian one. But like, I love the flavors. I love like the herbs and the tomatoes and the cheese. I love Italian appetizers. Again, I'm just like all about the appetizers. Like give me like some like beautiful tomatoes and burrata and like some olive oil and like balsamic vinegar with like some really beautiful bread. And like Italian desserts, like that's wonderful. But like in terms of the the main thing, I'm a little underwhelmed. Oh, and I'm not into like vegan versions of things for what, like I'm not into like vegan substitutes. Tacos, I love tacos. See, but like, okay, this is why I like the taco. And this is what Mexican food gets, and this is what like Indian food gets too. And actually like Mediterranean food gets to. It's like, it's all about the sauce. It's like all about the like the like combining different like a taco, you need like a crunchy element, you need like a soft element, you need saucy, you need like creamy, you need like all these different things going on in your mouth at the same time. They get that. They understand that. That's what I need. The ketchup smoothie? No, I haven't. I'm not going to. What is that? Oh, Indian food. Do I like Superman movies? I haven't really seen many. Italian dishes are pasta and like I like it. It's like Italian foods are like really simple and elegant, and I appreciate it for that. Like even like an Italian salad, like simple like arugula with parmesan and like lemon, beautiful, beautiful, love it. Hi Snarly. An Italian festival? What's like your favorite Italian dessert? Yo, I just love, like, I think I just love like cheese. I think just like the ricotta and the burrata and the bocconcini and the mascarpone, right? Oh yeah, bean burritos are vegan. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian, obviously. Hi William. Thank you. I do have good taste. I feel like I know what's good, and I know how to like combine flavors. When people like don't know how to cook, I'm like, get to know. I always recommend they get these 2 books. I'm like, forget cookbooks. What are you doing buying a cookbook? You don't need recipes. Like you can follow a recipe, but actually like you want to get really good at like intuitively making things. And so I always recommend the Flavor Bible and what's it called? Like Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. That's a great cookbook because it teaches you like how different elements work together to make really good dishes. And that's actually where I would start off. And I would actually like, when you go out to eat, be like critical of the food that you're eating and be like, why does this dish work? Or if it doesn't work, why? What is it missing? What do I wish it had? What element like isn't there? What do I find satisfying about it? What don't I find satisfying about it? And just like get to know food. Vegan, so like vegan means no dairy, like no animal products at all. Some people are like really, really strict about it, and that includes honey. I have honey, but I'm not vegan. And I have been vegan, but I do dairy. I'm not like anti-eggs, but I just don't like them very much, so I rarely eat an egg. Missing out? I don't know, probably. But I was raised vegetarian, so like for me, eating meat just doesn't appeal to me at all. It's all about what you know. Veganism, I mean, when you look at factory farming, it's pretty horrible. That's pretty horrible. And so the issue for me is like, it's just too easy in a way to eat meat. It's too easy. And I know it might not be great actually what we're doing to the planet in terms of like getting our produce even, or like whatever it is. But I feel like it's so far removed from like how that meat actually like got to your table. It's so easy to just like disassociate from it. But then at the same time, people who like shove morality down other people's throats, I'm not for that either. I feel like I like to think about the future and like what behavior or like what things are we currently like normalizing that like 100 years from now will be like, how were humans doing, like how did they allow that to happen? And I feel like the treatment of animals is going to be something that they're like and it'll only be because like we have different solutions. How do you guys feel about like genetically engineered meat? I'm just curious. No. But like, what if it was just as good? Or no, sorry. I'm not saying the right thing. I don't mean like genetically like modified. I don't mean that. I mean like it didn't actually come from an animal in the first place. Like lab grown. That's what I'm saying. Yo, J-Man. What are you having? What's your Timmy order? You would rather eat grasshoppers? I mean, I just think like you can't take like this is like a stance I've had for a really long time, that when it comes to people and like their habits and their level of familiarity, like you can't take things away from people. So in terms of meat, like the vegans who are like, no, this is wrong, and and like pointing fingers and shaming, I just think like you can't just take away. You have to give, like there can only ever be progress. There can only ever be like forward movement. So you have to offer like an actual alternative that doesn't feel like compromise, that actually feels exciting and something that someone would want to do. They eat guinea pigs? Classic double. Classic. Are we talking milk or cream? So interesting, I know. But like milk people and cream people are very different people, don't you find? You ever go to bed, sleep early because you have things to do tomorrow and wake up drunk for some reason? No. No, often I'll go to bed early and lie in bed and fall asleep at my regular time. And then wake up tired. Is that what you mean? Hi, Amax. Hi, Gift Card Fridays. Totally different. I don't know why, but milk to me just tastes better. crab. The only like fish I kind of enjoyed was shrimp. Also, I just appreciate that I don't ever have to worry about like food poisoning or anything like that. I like having that peace of mind. It's already 12:30. Should I just like leave the camera on and hang out with you guys all day? I wasn't really sure what I would talk about today. I'm like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in a bit of like an interesting headspace. Not in like a bad way, it is what it is. But I guess like the thing that's coming to mind, and like really for myself too, is just kind of being very aware of the times that like I worry and how I react to things, or like how other people react to things, and they spiral because like they give meaning to things in a negative way, and then they kind of stew in it and it snowballs and it becomes this thing where maybe there was no problem to begin with, and like it really is as simple as just being like, everything's okay. And then like all those worry browsers, all those worry tabs in your browser, you can just shut. I'm just gonna decide not to worry about this. It's fine. Everything's working out. It's not actually productive in any way for me to worry about this, for me to like beat myself up about this, for me to make myself wrong about this, for me to like start doubting, or like start maybe placing like blame on other people, or like all the things that you could do if you decide to like, this is a problem, if you like label something problem, and then you just like spend a day focused on this self-identified problem, right? And you literally always have the choice of just being like, no, I'm just not gonna worry. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make myself the bad guy about this. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm just like, there's so much energy and like actual like hours in a day that one can just make oneself wrong about something, about anything, about like your circumstances, about your life, about your relationships, about like any of it. You can make this whole meal, cook up this whole meal about like how you're terrible, or like life is terrible, or all of it. And it's not there, like it's not substantial. It's just that like that's what people do. Like I don't know how people would spend their time if they weren't worrying or complaining or stressing or assuming that like things aren't working out, that things aren't okay. And the thing that's like it's really silly, but sometimes it affects like how I watch other people, and how I like I've been watching like Gilmore Girls, and I thought I would bring this up because I think it's funny, but like I'm like having a hard time with like fictional characters lately, because I'm like, these people are so reactive, and it's frustrating me actually. Like I'm getting frustrated with the writers, because I'm like, they're creating story out of people just having like no faith, no emotional regulation, like just like bad like emotional intelligence, and like not being able to like hold their own energy, and like just like not react so viscerally to any like unfavorable circumstance. I'm like, that's not actually a like, I don't know, that's not actually like to me it's not a good enough obstacle. I'm like, the writers need to come up with better obstacles. But like, I'm watching like Gilmore Girls, and spoiler, in the first season, like Dean tells Rory that he loves her, and Rory doesn't say it back. And And so they break up. So like Dean freaks out and they break up. And and I'm just like, I know it's a TV show, but I actually think that's very realistic, and that's how people would react. Or that's how they actually feel they should react. Like bad things happen, I should react because maybe I'll get my way, or that's right, like that's the right response to have in this situation, or whatever it might be. Like that's the correct response to get upset and to break up with the person who doesn't love you, right? But the fact is, like, just because Rory wasn't there yet to say I love you back, and she does eventually, doesn't mean she wouldn't get there. And literally, like, what kind of difference would it make if you had someone in your life who like didn't need you to respond perfectly in the way that you expect, and you still stayed constant and secure in yourself? Like that person stayed constant and secure. Like, isn't that what you want actually? That's in other people. I know I want this. I want like someone who's like so steadfast in their feelings towards me and their belief in me and their like whatever it is, that anything I do or say, like they're not gonna deviate from that. And that's actually gonna like calm myself down and realize that like I can't mess this up, therefore I won't. And it'll actually like raise my bar. It's the opposite of what people think. Like people think that like, oh, if I tell people that I need others to like respond and react and treat me very, very, very specifically, and I'm gonna control them as people, that's the only way for me to get what I want. And actually, when you give people the freedom to like be themselves and respond in a way according to like whatever they're going through, and you say like, hey, I trust you in a way. I trust who you are as a person, therefore you can trust me. And you give that freely. That's when relationships are really good. Because everything tends to be like reciprocated. So I guess just what I mean with this, and how do I want to say this? Like I when I look back on times that like I was super reactive, literally, I remember the headspace was like I'm supposed to be. Like I'm supposed to react really strongly to this thing. That's how anything happens. I'm supposed to freak out or make a bold action, or I'm supposed to be like really kind of I'm supposed to make it mean something really big and matter. And that's like how I don't know, that's just like how I show that I have self-esteem or something, or that like I'm aware of the situation, or maybe that's just like how I get away from it. I don't know. But it really was this thought like of observing other people and being like, right, this is humaning. Like this is how to be a human person, and I'm supposed to just like express every feeling instantaneously, and that's the only way to be authentic. But it really does matter like what you're making the thing mean. And you really do want to look at like your reactions. Your reactions are like the biggest signal of who you actually think you are, like of how you actually identify, and what you actually think is going on, and who you think you are, who you think the other person is. If you're curious as to like who you actually think you are, look at your reactions. Like if someone doesn't text you back, what is your reaction? What is the first thought? What is the first thought? Because like it's meaningless. It's just like it's literally like literally nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. But the only reason that it means something to you and that it triggers something in you is because you think like, I don't know, you think like you're unimportant, or like not worth a text message back, or like you're a bad person, or that person is angry with you, or like blah, 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 blah. Like what is your reaction? What is your like your first response? What is like the little fit you throw inside? Even if you don't say it outside, what is the little fit that you're throwing inside? And you want to look at that. And I think this is also like really sad when I look at adults who haven't figured this out. Parents who haven't figured this out. That just like, that things can happen, but it shouldn't throw you. And even if it does throw you, like, how quick are you to get back? Like, if you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know what you've decided in your mind, like, this is my life, this is who I'm going to be, this is how things go for me, this is what I am, I'm deciding. You're deciding anyway, but now I'm going to consciously choose who I am, what things mean for me, how life goes for me, how things are going now, how things like will continue to go. I'm going to consciously choose that. And if you've actually made up your mind, then like if something throws you, do you have so little disregard for those choices that you're going to throw a little fit? When something doesn't go your way, you're gonna just like, you're just gonna fold, you're just gonna cave? Do you have such little faith in your own sense, like in your own ability to say who you are? To declare yourself as something, to declare life as something? Because if you're just constantly reacting to things, you're saying that thing has more control. You're like literally giving that the power. I'm giving that text message the power. That thing is more powerful than me. You've literally said that. This text message gets to decide how I feel, how I think about myself. And then you wonder why like people don't treat you right. Because you've decided that other things deserve more respect in a way. And I guess what I mean by this, I also want to say like taking action or like even expressing like emotions, getting upset. Again, it's like, how quickly do you come back? Really, really, because this isn't about suppressing. There's a really big difference. You can like be aware that you're feeling something, but again, it's like, I have a vision. Like if you're a mom and your toddler does something that you don't like, you're not gonna be like, well, goodbye. Like, okay, that happened. I'm gonna continue to raise this child. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to like process feelings, but again, like, what are you deciding? And people are really good at doing this, by the way, about like obligations that they don't like see as choices, really. Like parenting is actually kind of a good one, or like a job, or just something that's like expected of you. Like most people brush their teeth no matter what, because it's been like ingrained. And you don't think of that as like a conscious choice you do actually make every day. You do actually make a choice to go to your job every day, regardless of how that job goes. Do you get what I mean? Like, and some days you'll have a rough day and you still show up the next day. And if you have like ambitions for your own career, you continue to like put it in. And maybe sometimes you pivot and you decide like, maybe this job isn't the right thing for me, but you still like follow a kind of trajectory. If you need to go grocery shopping, you find a way to go grocery shopping. And the same is true for like when you decide, I am this person now, this is how things go for me now. You should have the same level of like, I'm going to keep showing up at work because I'm committed to this. Because being that person that I've just decided I am is worth me showing up regardless of what might come my way on an off day. I'm not gonna just like abandon that. And as much as possible, I'm not gonna make things mean that I'm not already that person, or at the very least, like on my way to being that person. So I guess like, I don't know. This isn't like be zen. It's just like realize that your reactions are based on like past beliefs, past fears, often, of you making things mean something negative. But you making it mean something negative, it doesn't inherently mean that thing. That's just a past self that used to react that way. So something comes up and it's like, hey, don't we think this is bad? And now that you've chosen something new for yourself, you have to like stay secure and confident and committed to that new person and that new reality that you've selected. Because you're choosing either way. It's just, do you want to revert back? And you can choose that I will never revert back. And it's done. I don't react that way anymore. When something comes up, I'm unmoved. I'm not gonna buy into old fears. I don't live there anymore. That's not how it is anymore, because I say so. You can just decide like, it's done. Like, I quit smoking. I quit smoking. That's it. It's done. I stopped being that person. I stopped being that person. I've decided like, this person loves and respects me. I don't care what they're gonna say. I don't care what they're gonna do. I've decided they love and respect me. They do. And if I keep just like, nope, I've decided that. Whatever it might be for you, life goes my way. I mean, I think like that's just the most basic thing. Like, things are working out for me, life goes my way. If you just stand firm in that, because like that not being so is just your interpretation. It's just your choice too. Life has just been like happening. And you've been putting little post-its of like what it means. And then creating a life off of that. Then like snowballing off that. So like, we're taking off the post-its. We're relabeling things. And it's done. And it might feel weird. And it might feel a bit like you're like a dog on a leash and like, they're like, nope, we don't run at squirrels anymore. But it's done. Until it becomes normal. Until you naturally start reacting as this new person. And naturally, the interpretations or the meaning that you make of things is what you would actually prefer. It's done. And if you're like, oh, that's so hard. Hasn't it been hard to like throw fits every day? To like worry and stress? Hasn't that been hard? Isn't like what this actually is, like dropping so much tension and drama and stress actually? Isn't this doing less? Isn't this actually easier? And it's just, unfortunately, so many people have told you to make it hard. That if it feels easy, if it feels like relaxed, then you're not doing enough or something, or you're not responding correctly, or you don't care enough, or I don't know what it is. It's not going to change, or I don't know what it is. What if you just relax and you just trust and you're just like, I'm good, I know who I am, and it's done. And I just get to make positive meaning out of everything in my life. Because that's the only thing like there is. That's the only thing that's actually happening is like stuff and meaning. So I'm done with giving negative meaning to things. I'm just done. Embrace the power of yes. You guys are so funny. Okay, what are you saying? I guess like how it feels for me is literally like there's this like stress. You know what it's like? It's like Atlas with the world on his shoulders. But so much like, but what that world is so often like, I'm not enough, I have to be better, I did bad things, I'm ashamed, I'm guilty, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm scared, things aren't working out, what if, why did I do that, if only, like, you're carrying all these things that don't actually exist physically, that don't actually matter, that aren't helping you. And you literally can just say like, bye. Life is good now. I like myself now. I'm enough now. Things are working out now. And I mean, if you doubt this, like, I guess it's interesting to know, like, if you look back at times that you reacted, even in a positive way where like you tried to make things right and you reacted really strongly maybe to like your own choices or like your own actions or whatever, did it actually help the situation? Or did you just create more of it? I feel like I personally have reacted in the past really strongly to like what I perceived were like mistakes and mess ups that I had caused. And then like I tried really, really hard to fix them. Or like I tried really, really hard to fix myself so that other people would be like, oh, okay, well, okay. And like no one was asking that of me at all. And actually like the most responsible choice would have just been like, why did I make that choice? What was I believing about myself or like the circumstances that I thought that was the thing to do? That I thought that I was like trapped in that corner. And who would I prefer to be? And if I am that person now, that's what makes up for it. That's the only thing that's gonna make up for it. I'm gonna stop like dragging dead bodies into my future. Take it easy on yourself. I think like this, like no one is expecting you to hate yourself. Like no one is like, you better, you bet, like no one is holding you to that. So why is it that you think that's the thing to do? Like, what is it you think that judging or being disapproving, because sometimes it's like, it's more subtle than hate, but like why do you think that being disapproving or like dissatisfied or disappointed in yourself is helpful? um and again, like if you think of this like would you do that to another person in order to help them? Do you do that to other people? Are you like holding people accountable for like things they did 6 years ago and going like, you seem pretty, you seem pretty like okay with yourself. Have you forgotten this? Like, sorry. Huh. That's what you're doing to yourself. You're like, if I just keep really, really being disappointed in this person, if I just make sure that this person overthinks everything, um, you know, then they can't be criticized of, I don't know, underthinking it. Like if you literally thought of yourself as like a kind of like a dog that's been trained to react and be and see themselves a specific way. Why? Why was that the training? Why were those the good responses? Why? And do they actually work? And was it other people and what they felt was appropriate or right or made sense based on like how they reacted or how they saw the world or how they responded or like the rules that they thought existed? Or is it actually what you would choose for yourself now? No one else is holding the leash anymore. What do you choose for yourself? How do you actually want to inhabit yourself, inhabit the world? Like, how do you want to feel about yourself? How do you want being you to be like? And if it's like, if it's negative, why do you think that, like, why are you choosing that? What good do you think that will bring? And there's nothing really to process. There's nothing even like really to forgive. I really mean this. Like, there's nothing even really to forgive. Because that's actually like how forgiveness works, is it's just dropped. It's just gone. It's just like absolved. And if you even need forgiveness, if you even feel you need forgiveness, it means that you didn't like being that person. So it's coming from you. It's not who you wanted to be. Therefore, you already have the desire to be something better and be something greater. That wasn't actually you. That wasn't actually your true nature. So you don't have to make up for it. You just have to like be good enough to yourself to be who you actually want to be. Beginning therapy, yo, Trick Master. Enrico, so like, I don't know, I agree with you and like I don't about the like, people can harm you. The way that I see it, for what it's worth, and you have to like gauge, sorry, like, I don't know if it's really faded. It's really faded on my phone now. Okay, people are like reflecting your assumptions and like your awareness, and they're reflecting you. Okay, so there's gonna be like versions of people that were like at a time perfectly aligned with who you were being. And therefore, if they are triggering to you because you're not like solid enough in a new way of being, that they can kind of like pull you back, and they haven't changed like accordingly to like who you now are, then yeah, remove yourself from them. Because like when you're trying to be someone new, there's certain things that might pull you back, that you're not like strong enough to like reinterpret. But again, like those people don't actually get to determine who you are. They respond to you, not the other way around. Like that's actually what's going on, is like if you actually decide this is who I am, again, like the mountain does, I don't know, like it's like the Mulan thing, like the mountain does not move no matter how strongly the wind blows. And like actually, if you change yourself and you're like, I will be the change first, I will go first, and that other person will get better in my presence. I will be brave enough to go first. Then that's how you actually cause change in the world, and that's how you actually help people and support people. And like, if you just decide that like anyone who slightly pricks something, again, it's like, you have to use your own judgment, but at the end of the day, it's just like, where are you placing like your power? Does that person actually have the ability to make you someone other than who you've decided you are? And no, the answer is like actually no. So I don't know, that's just always my response to people who are like, you have to like cut out people, or like toxic people. And I'm like, what if you're actually like mutable? Or at the very least, like you want to develop yourself to be that way, to be that resilient, that non-reactive, right? To just like, like, isn't that actually what you want? Like, isn't that actually freedom? To just be like, I know who I am. I do not care what anyone else says, does, whatever, because it's done. Like, because I get to say who I am. I get to say how things go. I get to say if I'm happy, if I'm sad. Like, I get to say, that's freedom. And if you're constantly like trying to protect yourself, what's that? I also like, I just get sad when people like cut other people out of their lives, because I'm like, well, I'm like, what if that happened to you? Like you were messed up around like some unfavorable beliefs or like ways of being, and what you actually needed in that moment was someone to just like not flinch. So if that person actually matters to you, and you actually do want that person in your life, ideally, like if you got to choose, if you really got to choose, and you get to have that person in your life and the relationship is good, right? Then wouldn't you choose that as opposed to, no, I need to like run away from them in order to be happy. In order to be happy. I think also like those toxic people can be like really good. It actually can make you clarify like what kind of people do you want to spend your time with? Like how do you want interactions to go? How do you want people to treat you? Like it can be really good at making you like zero in on how you actually are with people and how you actually think of yourself and what you like accept from people, what you take in. And like, yeah, do you have a clear enough idea of how you actually want exchanges to go? Because I think a lot of times like people just kind of like like they don't even know what they want, and then they're just like, I don't like that. What do you want? You agree with part? Look, like I get it, you've been burned, but like this is what I'm saying, Enrico. About sorry, I'm just responding to your like part of you is still cautious. Look, like you have to know where you're at, and if you know like being around that person is just gonna be triggering, and like I don't think I can do it, then listen to that and like respect yourself enough to make that choice. I guess I'm just saying like big picture, they're not more powerful than you. They can't make you into someone that you're not agreeing to be. And if you actually do discover that, there is like so much freedom on the other side of that. Like there's certain people that I used to find really, really, really difficult to be around. But when I started like making myself accountable for like how I actually want the relationship to be, and like, look, this is like this is how the relationship is. This is what I want, this is what I expect, and I'm gonna go first. And if I'm not getting what I want from the other person, chances are I'm in some way like disallowing that in the other person because of like assumptions or expectations or whatever it is. So I'm gonna take accountability for it. Basically, that's the way I want to say it. And you don't react to the stuff you don't like, and you praise the stuff you do like. Yo, Justin, you're leaving? Thanks for being here. Watch T. Hi. Yeah, that's fair. What do I want to say about this? Like, I literally just mean, I'm not like opposed to it. I just think that you're powerful and you have choice. And therefore, if you actually want people in your life, you actually want those people in your life, you actually care about those people, but you're making these choices out of the sense that like, I can't with this relationship, or like this person is bad for me, then in that way you're giving up on your desire to have a relationship with that person, and you're giving up on like a self that is stronger than that, than stronger than a past version of you, essentially. And that's fine and that's okay. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want? Are you actually like limiting yourself in some way and saying like, no, I can never have chocolate cake again? And look, I guess for some people, if they had like an issue with chocolate cake before, they're better off just saying I can never have chocolate cake again. But I actually think like it's better to be the person who's like, I can have chocolate cake once in a while, because I get to say that I do. If it's something that I want to be able to have once in a while, I get to have it. I'm stronger than chocolate cake. But if it's not something that you want, you're stronger than any kind of like societal pressure to like have it in your life, right? And it's only like anything I say or anything anyone ever says, if it doesn't give you like a sense of freedom and power or like even peace, then probably reject it. If what they're promising doesn't offer some like expansion, then reject it. Hi, Immune Cookie. I'm good. How are you? Straightening it out. Yeah, there's like a whole psychological aspect to hair that I discovered this past summer that I could get into. But anyway, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do it later. I'm stronger than chocolate cake. But aren't you like, anyway. I just like, I think that's what people are talking about when they say like balance in all things. It's like, don't make a god of anything, don't make an idol of anything, don't make anything more powerful than you. And that goes of like, don't make it like the thing that you need in order to feel good. And that goes for people too. And don't make it the thing that makes you feel terrible and powerless and crippled. Because it's all like misplacing your I am. You're quite wonderful. That's good. Okay, I'm probably gonna go soon. Yo, Paris. What are we talking about? We're just about wrapping up. I was talking about reacting to things and making things or situations more powerful or more important than you and what you've decided. Enrico, you're so welcome. Yo, Matthew, have you been here this whole time? Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you so much. Noted about the hair. Yo, but sometimes right out of the shower, it's good. I think I've like finally created a routine that works for me. Yo, just like super briefly, this is what I discovered about the hair. Was that like for some people, literally like they're just kind of like free to like move about the world and not have to like adjust or change or fix or like be super like hyper vigilant and like put everything in place in order to like to go, to be there, to be seen, to be present, to do the thing, whatever it is. There's certain people that it's just like, I'm ready. They're just like always ready in that way. And it doesn't mean that like it's perfect, but it just means like they're willing to show up always. And it's okay if that is required. And that was like something that I always used to think about straight haired girls was like, I remember taking swimming lessons and they would take like, and they could just blow dry their hair like in the like hand dryer after class. And it would just like look good. And then for curly hair girls, it's like, oh, my hair's wet. Now I have to like run home, hope no one sees this, and like fix the hair until I'm presentable again. And so deciding that I'm just like, I can be okay right out of a shower with like air dried hair has been like really like, oh, I can just like show up. That's been so liberating. So I feel like there's some like great philosophical lesson in that too. But anyway, like, thanks for letting me share about that. Wednesday stream. So like, yeah, I decided I wasn't gonna do it during the summer because I've been too busy, but I think with the fall coming up, I am gonna go back to doing that. So I'll let you know. I don't think it'll be next week, but possibly the week after. Feels good, like school is back in session. Not like that this is school, but just getting back to that routine. I think that's a good one. Okay. Hi, Aman. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys so much. No one has told you today. You're really, really wonderful and really, really powerful and really, really magnetic and really, really lucky. You're really smart. You're really attractive. You matter. You matter so much. You're important. You're capable. And go make something delicious to eat. Okay? Okay. Bye. Thank you, Josh. Thank you.